Hello everybody and welcome back. 343 has released the newest update to Halo Infinite. Operation Champion has released on the game, new battle pass, Firefight refresh, and some changes to the game you probably didn't know about. I spent the last few days fighting things that aren't even in the patch notes. We also have the Achillies armor from Halo 5, new playlists, and more. I've already spoken about champion ranks not being in the champion operation last week, so today I'm covering all of the new changes to the game. I will say on that note very quickly that some people are a bit confused about why the operation is even called champion. 343 said it's because of the World Championships. So with that said, this is Halo Infinite's newest update and what you need to know. First up today, and shout out to the Halo Forgers, we have an impressive Firefight refresh. Maps from Halo Reach Firefight have been made by the community yet again, and have released in a new playlist. Powerhouse, Courtyard, Ardent Prayer, Lone Wolf, yes, that level, Tempest, and Headlong have all released as Firefight maps. I'd really love to see Powerhouse be a 4v4 map in rotation. It seems like it was designed for that, and then repurposed for Firefight. Ardent Prayer looks sick. You fight in the Covenant ship exactly like you do from the Long Night of Solace campaign mission from Halo Reach. What's really cool is the hills you capture slowly have you progressing through the ship almost like a campaign mission. That's cool. There's also Lone Wolf. Hold out as long as you can against endless waves of the Banished. I did the same strategy as I did 14 years ago. I stole a Wraith. Lastly, you have Courtyard, sword base from Halo Reach, recreated in Infinite, plays exactly the same, although I do wish there was standard Firefight, not just King of the Hill. The Firefight refresh is very cool, however, it's the 500th time we've remembered Reach. Surely we can get something new for the lore fans out there. I saw a lot of people saying they'd like to see different Halo events as opposed to Reach again. Personally, I'm not too fussed, but just passing on what I've seen people say. Next up, we have quite a few playlist changes, and sadly, the return of 3v4 industry memes. You'll see why in a second. So 343 has updated Quickplay and added Arena Objective. Quickplay is now 99% Slayer modes, but then also includes Husky Raid and VIP. For anyone at 343 watching, VIP is broken, as if the VIP on the enemy team leaves the match, it doesn't select a new VIP to go after, therefore the other team is unable to score. Aside from that and a few party game modes, that means Quickplay is predominantly Slayer only. Arena Objective, as you'd expect, now has all of the objective modes, so Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, Oddball, but then weirdly, Team Snipers, which isn't even objective, is in the Arena Objective playlist. Kind of a weird decision, as SWAT is still in Quickplay, but honestly, just leave Team Snipers there, not a big deal. The bad news about the new playlist, Arena Objective, is every single match loads in as a 3v4. I have no idea why, or what you guys did, it doesn't work. Thankfully, players do join in pretty quickly, so that's a relief, and for anyone struggling to find matches, I've seen Arena Objective give games all throughout the day. Might be worth trying out for anyone who can't find matches. I already know a bunch of you guys in the comments are going to be like, 3v4 industries. I don't know how it keeps happening. The good news about the new Arena Objective playlist is that it has a whole bunch of new map and mode combinations that have never been seen in Infinite before, so it added some spice, some variety, something Halo Infinite really needs. As a quick side note, 343 add Headhunter to both 4v4 and free-for-all now that it's been rotated out. Let's move on. Now, with any new Halo Infinite update, we have the Battle Pass. 15 out of 20 of the tiers are just Spartan points, and then there's a banished set of armor. If it wasn't obvious already, I'll say this very quickly, 343 is just using whatever content they have left and putting it into the passes. The Firefight refresh is entirely community made, and the shop content, from what I've heard, is made by third-party contractors, not even 343 themselves. That means outside of the one set of banished armor they had in their vault, which could have been made by the third-party contractors anyway, and the playlist changes, 343 hasn't really added anything to the game, probably because they're working on that new Halo project. I had some of you guys actually visit 343 recently, and when you guys got a tour around the Halo Museum, the dev said, and I quote, "We just came down from working on the next Halo thing." So they're definitely cooking something over there. I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. If you have the Forgers making all of this new content, I hope there's some way you guys are reimbursing them or doing something to make them feel valued. They are literally carrying the content on this game, and I can give them kudos and credit till the cows come home, but they're putting in thousands of hours of work for free, and I just think they deserve more. Now moving on from that, we have the shop. This is something that did grind my gears, so allow allow me a moment to vent. The Achilles armor is back from Halo 5. You needed 480,000 kills between 100 players as well as other commendations to unlock the Achilles armor on Halo 5 Guardians. Unlike the Haunted Helmet, which was unlockable via Spartan points, the Achilles armor and the helmet is shop only. Come on 343, I honestly don't mind it being in the shop if it's in the exchange as well, but for this particular armor, the Achilles armor, it really should have been in the exchange too. At the very least, for the helmet, for the players who play a lot. I really thought with the addition of the Haunted Helmet, every operation from then on, there'd be something for the players to grind for. A set of armor or a helmet for the players who sink in heaps of playtime. It did cross my mind that maybe the Haunted Helmet being free made them lose a lot of revenue, but then I was like, well, put the Achilles armor in the exchange, or at least the helmet, and give it a super high Spartan point requirement. If you don't know, even when it rotates out of the exchange, if you find the helmet or the armor piece in your customization menu, you can still purchase it with Spartan points, so it's not time gated. I thought it would be great for people who play all the time to be able to earn it just like they did on Halo 5. Albeit not take as long as the previous game. This brings us to the final thing in the update, skill-based matchmaking. And 343 actually mentioned this surprisingly. 343 and Microsoft are very hush-hush about the algorithms behind the scenes, but 343 openly and publicly said they tighten the skill-based matchmaking for big team battle. Why? Because 12 stacks of competitive players, which means a pre-made party of 12 very, very good players, were farming people out of the game in droves. This sucks for playing with friends, as a small group of people have ruined it for everybody. But if you're a solo player, like I am mainly, I actually had more fun because I didn't have huge teams obliterating me. Whenever I watch 12 stack teams on Twitch for Halo Infinite, they're calling out with 99% win rates. So I think that's why 343 changed it. For me, it'll make it harder when I stream because I can't play with my viewers anymore. So we've lost the social aspect, which sucks. But then you have the solo players not going 1 kill 30 deaths against full stacks. You guys can let me know in the comments. I'm very, very torn on this. I'll need to play more before I can make an informed assessment. And that is the update. One thing I will say, and he does not get anywhere near the amount of credit he deserves, Pixel Flare, the 343 dev who works on all of the art and promo material for all of these operations, the promo art for Operation Champion looks beautiful. Like, it looks outstanding. He does such a good job with his job. He deserves all the props in the world. Overall, Firefight is very, very good. Lots of Halo PvE players will love this, and I hope 343 in future tries to include more PvE relaxing gameplay into their games. Halo has such a rich, diverse universe that they could do amazing PvE and PvP, which will make the series thrive so damn much. We could have had all of those Helldivers fans on Halo. We could have all of those PvP players from other games on Halo. I want Halo to be using its full potential. 343 and Microsoft could be doing so much more, and the series would be a juggernaut running through everything in its path. With that said, let me know what you think. Solid update, but little technical errors that add up taint things as usual. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.